Hello, and welcome to the virtual toddler family orientation. My name is Miss Kayla,
And Miss Yunju.
and we are the toddler teachers here at the Children's Tree Montessori School. Here at the Children's Tree Montessori School, our mission is to nurture and empower a loving community of global thinkers who embrace and honor each other.
Our school motto is be gentle, be kind, and be safe.
Our agenda for today is to go over the school policies and procedures to make sure we are all on the same page as we begin this school year. We will spend some time focusing on expectations regarding student health, an overview of what to expect within our toddler program, and we will end by talking about how we can partner together.
We will begin our focus on school procedures, beginning with our drop-off. We have a staggered drop-off as it is based on enrollment and step schedules. This will ensure that we have enough step for a safe drop-off. 8 o'clock is for elementary and their siblings. 8:15 is for primary and their siblings. 8:30 is only for toddlers. Parents pull up to drop-off circle, put the car in park, and sign their child in using the ProCare Connect app. Please do not get out of the car since it takes longer and it is a safety issue if we need to form a second line. Please try to have your child get out of the car on the passenger side. The teacher will unbuckle the child, take the child out of the car, and walk up the sidewalk to the class. If the child is having a hard time separating, the parents can pull forward to a parking place and either walk the child to the playground and try to walk away, or the parents will hand the child to a teacher. The parking lot was designed to accommodate 2 drop-off lines. Please be sure to pull into the fire lane for the first line, so there is room to form a second line if the cars are starting to go out into the road. Also, please park in the designated parking spot, so there is room for the second line of cars. Messages must be written down on a school note that is provided or sent in the ProCare Connect app. Verbal messages may be misunderstood or forgotten. Please keep all toys at home as they may be lost or broken at school. As we shared before, while waiting in the drop-off circle, we ask you to sign your child in. For signing in and out, open the app, select the QR scan icon in the upper right-hand corner. Then select the Sign In or Out button on the bottom of the screen. And sign, and it's done.
After you have signed your child in, they will begin their day outside. Please be sure your child is dressed for the weather. We go out in all weather unless it feels like the temperature is below 20 degrees. We start their day outside and then transition into the classroom where they will change into their indoor shoes, wash hands, and get to work. We will now go over some of the playground rules. We always go by our school motto, be gentle, be kind, and be safe. Our main rule for toddlers is that they cannot go on the large playscape until they have transitioned into primary. Please pause this video and review these rules. We understand there's a lot of rules on our playground, but please be sure to pause this video again and review these rules.
We know that things do sometimes happen, but please make every effort to be school on time. If you are running late, which means you will be arriving after 8:45 for your toddler, please call or message us through the ProCare Connect app. If you do, it is really important that you park and walk your child to the office so that they can be brought to our classroom. Unless arranged in advance, children will not be permitted to be dropped off after 9 a.m., as this is disruptive to your child and the other children.
Our discipline policy is that we utilize the practices established in the book Positive Discipline by Jane Nelson. You can learn all about positive discipline at positivediscipline.com, and there you will find many resources you can expect us to be using in the classroom and also things that you can utilize at home. In general, you can expect us to be using clear and consistent expectations. Teachers will interact with children in a kind and firm way so that children know where the boundaries are, but also that they know they are loved. We use natural and logical consequences when consequences are required. And if problems arise in the classroom, we engage in a collaborative problem solving with the children.
We are very excited to announce that CTMS is going back to community snacks where families take turns bringing in snack for an entire week. Please be sure to check the snack calendar for your family's week. This was included in an email we sent on August 4th. We will provide your family with a suggested shopping list the week before. Please feel free to adjust this list for sale items and know that we respect and appreciate homemade items too. Plan to bring in the groceries on Monday morning of that week. Lunches. Your child's lunchbox should contain a variety of food from the different food groups that they can eat in any order. A bento-style container is recommended to be as trash-free as possible. Milk and water will be available for students to drink with lunch. Glasses, napkins, and silverware are provided. Cookies, pudding, juice boxes, squeezed yogurt, and candy are not allowed at school. Please practice with your child to open and close their lunchbox with minimal help, and we will do the same at school. Unfortunately, we do not have the ability to heat up lunches in the classroom. A thermos and ice packs are encouraged to keep food at the right temperature.
Each Wednesday, students can purchase pizza lunch. The elementary students will be collecting pizza money at drop-off on Wednesdays and using the leftover funds as a fundraiser for their weekly field trips. You have the option to prepay for the year, semester, or pay the morning of.
Montessori birthday celebrations are wonderful. In the primary and elementary levels, families come in and have a birthday walk for their child. However, at the toddler level, we have found that this is really difficult for children to have family come in and then leave. So for the toddler community, we ask that you can bring in something for the classroom on your child's birthday. This could be a favorite book to donate to our classroom or the child's favorite fruit that we can all cut up and enjoy together, such as watermelon or strawberries.
At the toddler level, we have two pickup times depending on what your schedule is. There is half day and full day. Half day children pickup time is by 11:45 and full day pickup time is by 3. At this time, you can park your car and meet us on the playground. We ask that you sign your child out through the ProCare Connect app. Please be sure to gather your child's bag off of the fence, and you are welcome to stay for 30 minutes to mingle and play. Please be sure your child is following the playground rules and be respectful of the time as our aftercare teachers take attendance.
We have gone over our school procedures. Now we are going to focus on student health. At CTMS, student health is taken seriously. As a community built on trust, we have to ensure that we are being socially responsible in keeping each other healthy. Please be sure to monitor your child's health each day. Anytime your child is not acting like themselves, they won't have a productive day at school. We do not allow sick children at school, so if your child has colored mucus or any other cold symptoms, they will be sent home.
When to stay home. Other times that your child should stay home are listed on the screen. Any vomiting or diarrhea, colored or constant nasal discharge. This means even if your child has consistent, clear mucus, the child is unable to comfortably move throughout their day. We ask that they stay home as they will not be able to successfully be at school and will still be spreading germs to others. If your child is not acting like themselves and cannot function normally, they need to remain at home for observation. When to return. In the event that your child needs to stay home due to an illness, they can return to school after being symptom-free for 24 hours without medication, or taking prescribed medication for more than 24 hours and are able to function and have a productive day at school. It is important to note that children need to be symptom-free without medication because when a child is medicated prior to coming into school, partway through their day, the medication wears off and they won't be successful at school and still will be spreading germs to others. Additional requirements are for returning to school are on the screen and in the parent handbook. Our COVID-19 policies are developed according to the Office of Early Childhood and the State Department of Education. At this time, face masks are optional at school for staff, students, and visitors. And since masks are not required, CTMS staff will not be monitoring mask wearing. There are other guidelines we have in effect, such as teaching children how to wash their hands properly, covering their cough. We also have extra ventilation in the classrooms as well as air purification systems.
Mandated reporting. At CTMS, we are mandated reporters. If we suspect abuse or neglect, we are going to report this to the state.
Now that we have gone over the health policies to ensure we have a healthy school year, we would like to take a closer look at what to expect in our toddler program this year. The Montessori approach. At the Children's Tree, we are an accredited Montessori toddler program, and you will find that the Montessori method is being used throughout our classroom and our school community. In our school, we provide multi-age classrooms. This gives children the opportunity to be leaders and role models for younger children within a classroom. Freedom of movement allows children to be free and comfortable within a classroom and when we are outside. Our classroom has a small gated area right outside our classroom door for when children need some extra gross motor movements. Hands-on learning. Each child gets to spend their day with hands-on learning through all areas of the classroom.
At CTMS, toddler program has a unique process called phase-in for new toddlers. For preparing the phase-in, we have sent out a postcard with Miss Yunju, Kayla, Tiffany, and Alicia on it. You can show your toddler this and talk about who we are. We will then have a home visit for new students. We will stop by for a short period of time. When your little one sees that you are inviting us into your home, they feel more comfortable knowing that we are welcomed. On the first day of the phase-in, we ask that you park your car and sign in on the ProCare Connect app and then walk to the playground gate where a teacher to greet you. Give them a big hug and a kiss. You can wait in the office or run to grab some coffee and come back. We start the transition up slow and gradually increase the time. But each child is different, so we follow each child at their own pace. Some might increase their time before the 2 weeks phase-in is over. Toddlers can pick up on your feelings. It is important to keep anticipation to a minimum so that they feed off your confidence through this new experience.
Diapering policy. In the classroom, we do standing changing. If you aren't doing this already, please start. This idea is that we allow the child to be a more active participant in the diaper changing process. As your child becomes more sturdy, they can help more by undoing their diaper tabs or pulling down their pants. This is one step closer to toilet training. Pull-ups. Yes, they contain the mess, but they do not provide your child with feedback on when they are wet or soiled. Your child does not recognize any difference between a pull-up and a diaper. When they start showing signs of readiness to begin toileting, what we do at the Children's Tree is we go for 100% cotton underwear. The cotton underwear allows the child to have instant feedback when they have an accident and allows them to learn the timing of their bodies. They need to be able to connect that feeling to the action for them to be successful. It is important to keep consistency between school and home. If you're doing one thing at home and another thing at school, the child will become confused. When to begin toileting, there are some important indicators for your toddler's readiness, such as dressing skills, which includes being able to take off and put on shoes and socks, or pulling up and down their pants. Your toddler also needs to have an awareness and interest in the toilet, and physically being ready, staying dry for a couple of hours, can get on and off the toilet independently, and has BMs on a predictable schedule. In our classroom, the children have the opportunity to use the toilet every time we are changing diapers. When they show their readiness, the parents and teachers will have a meeting to work together and develop a plan for your child's success.
Napping. Toddlers nap after lunch and toileting. Once your child has finished eating their lunch, change their diaper and try potty before laying down on their rest mat. We close all the blind and put on some white noise machine. You may send in a cuddle friend for the rest time. We will be sending home rest mats each week to be washed.
Progress monitoring. The main way we monitor your child's progress is through observation. The teachers keep notes on how a child works with materials as well as their peers. We take a look at their gross and fine motor skills, language development, cognitive, self-help, and their social and emotional skills. This allows us to see what your child is working on, what they have mastered, and what they need a lesson on next. Parent-teacher conferences will be held in November and March. We will write and send home progress reports 3 times a year. If you have any questions or concerns about your child, please feel free to set up a meeting to discuss how we can support each other. The school has a resource list as well that we can share.
Now that we have gone through what our toddler program will look like this school year, we would like to this time to talk about our partnership together. This is an opportunity for teachers, caregivers, and children to work together so the child can have their best possible education. One of our main goals, especially for the toddler program, is for your child to become an independent and confident learner and making sure we provide as many opportunities for your child to practice their independence. Developing practical life skills is a beautiful thing to watch. For example, toddlers can help with cooking, cleaning up, gardening, or improving their practical life skills at school. Self-help skills is also very important for a toddler. Making sure you give the child ample time to practice putting their shoes on and pulling their pants up and down with minimal help. All of these small things we can do every day will help your toddler become a confident little learner at Children's Tree Montessori School.
Another way for us to partner together is for you to be an active part of your child's education. Please know here at the Children's Tree, we have an open door policy and you can visit anytime. We do ask that you contact us ahead of time and that you recognize your child's personality. Most young children will become upset once you have to leave, so you may have to take your child home with you. Communication is one of the most important elements in any relationship, and we look forward to communicating with you on a regular basis. This will be easier this year because pickup will be taking place face-to-face, allowing us to have more authentic conversations. But there are other ways for us to communicate as well. We will be communicating regularly through the Procare Connect app. You will be able to view pictures of your child's day along with toileting and diapering. We will use the app to message each other if your child needs more diapers or extra clothes. You will also receive weather alerts and school cancellations. Here you can see our classroom email that we will be checking during the weekdays, as well as our classroom and office phone number. Please always reach out to us right away if you have any questions. Communication folders. Every Thursday we'll be sending home this folder. Here you will find your child's art from the week as well as school flyers. We ask that you return it the following week.
There are other ways we would like to partner with your family this school year. One of our amazing resources is our lending library in the office, located in the office building. There are books about child development, psychology, enrichment activities, the Montessori approach, and positive discipline. So we encourage you to take a look, and it may help answer any questions you might have. We also have many ways for you to get involved in our school community, regardless of your schedule. There are things you can do during the school day, such as listen to children read or chaperoning a field trip, as well as opportunities to help at home in the evening, such as grant writing or cutting out classroom materials. We would love to connect with you about your schedule and your unique gift to see how we can work together to strengthen our school community. Additionally, there are many easy ways to support our school. We are a nonprofit 501c3 school. Here you can review the many ways you can help support our community.
Meet and greet. We will be having a meet and greet Friday, September 2nd from 3 to 4:30. At this time, you and your child will have a chance to interact with other families and teachers. You will also be able to bring your school supplies this day. After our meet and greet, we will be having a Montessori 101 workshop. We ask that all new families participate, and we also encourage returning families to join us as well. Here you will learn a little bit about the Montessori philosophy and terminology. Childcare will be provided. Orientation days. New students will begin their phase-in on September 6th. Returning students will have their orientation on September 6th and 7th from 9 to 11 a.m. Their regular schedule will start on Thursday, September 8th. On Tuesday, September 6th from 9 to 11 a.m., there will be a parent meeting for families to go over the orientation and answer any questions you have. It will be held on the field with refreshments.
Thank you for sticking with us through this presentation and for joining us at the Children's Tree Montessori School.
You can follow us on Facebook and Instagram at CT Montessori, as well as Twitter and Pinterest at Children's Tree. We welcome you into our community and look forward to working with your family soon.